Hey guys, it's time for another episode of the Low Snap. I just wanted to jump on here today and give my predictions for the NFC playoffs. And I was supposed to do it yesterday, but got caught up in some stuff. So I'm doing it today. And first up, I have the Los Angeles Rams in the 1 seed. I think this team will just be too good with McVay's offense, and the pieces they added on defense are insane. Again, they add Ndamukong Suh and add Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib at the corner spot as well, but they also have Sam Shields as the nickel, and Sam Shields would be a starting corner for a lot of teams. So just to have those three available, that's a huge boost for them. And that defensive line of Aaron Donald, Michael Brockers, and Ndamukong Suh is insane. That's why it's even more important to get Aaron Donald, get him his new deal done as quick as possible, and let him get some chemistry with the new guys on defense. I have them here at 1, so I do believe they'll get that deal done, and everything will be on its way. Moving on to number 2, I have the Atlanta Falcons. I think Steve Sarkisian, their offensive coordinator, really gets it going in year 2. He'll get Julio the ball more in the red zone, and I love the addition of Calvin Ridley through the draft. So your top 3 wide receivers are Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, and Calvin Ridley. And then on defense, Grady Jarrett and Vic Beasley continue to have disruptions in the backfield, and I believe Tack McKinley will also have a big season as well. Also getting Desmond Trufant back from an Achilles injury. He actually ruptured it 2 seasons ago, giving him, more time to heal up just because typically as the first season back is a little bit of a lackluster move for a lot of players. I think he comes back nicely into his true form as one of the top corners in the NFL, so they get it rolling there. And Matt Ryan has another stellar season. Next up, I actually have the Eagles at number 3. This is really just kind of building on what they had last season. They don't really lose anyone. They add Michael Bennett along the defensive line. They get Jason Peters back and they get Carson Wentz back. This is mainly just the old saying about having a target on your back. A lot of teams are going to be gunning for them, and the NFC is a tough division. I think they still win it, still win their conference, or win the division, which doesn't really happen that much in the NFC East, as no team has won it back to back. I think going all the way back to 2004, which is absolutely insane, but the Eagles get it done here. The only thing that does worry me is their corners. I don't know if they can match up well against Odell Beckham and Sterling Shepard, and I know that's only 2 games on their schedule, and I'm sure they do play other tough wide receivers, so I do think they take a step back there. I have them in the 3rd seed. In the 4th seed, I actually have the Green Bay Packers. Now, I left the Vikings off this list purely because of Aaron Rodgers. Last year, the Vikings played him for all of a quarter, so I do believe that's a 2-game swing for the Vikings. And then the Packers, they are rebuilding that receiving core. Devontae Adams is now the number 1 with the departed Jordy Nelson. And actually, Aaron Rodgers does have a starting tight end that's really worthy of his time that he hasn't had since Jermichael Finley. Jimmy Graham could be a huge red zone target, as no one has had more targets than him over the past few seasons. But that offense with Aaron Rodgers is just phenomenal. I believe it'll give a lot of team fits, and Green Bay returns to the playoffs. Now, getting into my wild card teams here, and I'm going to catch a ton of flack for this. I think the NFC East is becoming one of the best divisions possible. At the 5th seed, anyway, I have the New York Giants with a rebuilt offensive line with Nate Solder coming in at left tackle and Will Hernandez coming in at left guard. That does move Eric Flowers over to the less important, still very important, but a little bit less important right tackle position. So I believe that'll help him out. This rebuild offensive line will give Eli Manning more time to throw. It'll definitely open up some holes for Saquon Barkley as well. He could be a strong showing in their offense. I highlighted in one of my other videos about how we shouldn't forget Jonathan Stewart, but I still think the rookie running back will definitely make some big plays at times. And even on the defensive on the defensive side of the ball, they have stars at every level. Janoris Jenkins is a lockdown corner. Landon Collins is a great safety. New linebacker Alec Ogletree, probably the best middle linebacker they've had since their early Super Bowl runs in 2007 and then again, I think it's 2011. But he is the best middle linebacker that they've had. And then on the defensive line, they do have a mammoth defensive tackle in Snacks Harrison, so that'll be huge. Also, getting Odell Beckham back will be fantastic. He is one of the best pass catchers in the league. So I have the Giants at number 5. And actually, I have the Cowboys at the 6th seed. So 3 teams from the NFC East actually get in. And I really believe the Cowboys will get back to their 2016 offensive form of first Zeke running the ball and then Dak's passing, kind of being secondary, which didn't happen last season. And I think that it'll help also that the defense does get a little better. Their corners have more experience, and that defense as a whole has time to play together, and Sean Lee won't be hurt. It really hinges on Sean Lee, Tyron Smith, the left tackle, and then Ezekiel Elliott being healthy and being out on the field. In this prediction, I think they all get it under control, stay on the field together, and lead the Cowboys back to the playoffs. Jason Garrett is no longer coaching for his job, and this sets up perfectly because one of my other bold predictions, you can check it out in one of my other videos, Zeke breaks Eric Dickerson's single-season rushing record and leads the Cowboys back to the playoffs after a year off. These are my NFC playoff predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter at NICH_Wood. That's just WOD. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.